My next guest is coming off one of the best rounds you're going to see in MMA all year. He came out on top with a TKO victory over Dwight Grant at UFC Vegas 7. Of course, I'm talking about Daniel Rodriguez back here on the program. Dan, how's it going?
Great, man. Great. Just, still watching the fight over and over, man. It was intense. It was great. It was great.
You're a guy, I mean, it's no secret. You'll fight anyone, anytime. It doesn't matter. You've sort of been known for that throughout your career. But take me through that moment when you found out your opponent was out and then you got to fight Dwight Grant. That must have been pretty nuts. Pretty close to fight time, too.
Yeah, man. Last minute, like that is last minute switch up. In the past few fights in the UFC, I've been taking these last minute calls. This one was probably holds a record for shortest notice fight. But man, I actually saw my Takashi Sato walk in. He weighed in. I'm like, okay, he made weight, cool. So I went to go see the doctor. Came and I didn't see him after that. Sean Shelby had walked up to me. He's like, hey man, I got some bad news. Sato wasn't cleared to fight. I was like, damn, that's crazy. But it just so happened that Dwight Grant was right behind me, and I heard their conversation maybe about half an hour before, Sean Shelby came up and told me about my fight dropping out. My first reaction was, well, didn't that guy didn't, I was like, let's make that shit happen. Like, I came to fight, I wanted to fight, and I guess they made it happen right then and there, I could have just took the show money and just, I'm not gonna take a risk. I'm not gonna risk my, possibly losing. But Grant agreed to fight, and I think that's what made the fight what it was. Is just two dudes, last minute. We had no time to study each other, no time to train and prepare. I went from training to fight a southpaw to back to a completely different fighter. So it was. I think that's what made the fight what it was, man.
Does it kind of remind you a bit of a street fight, like a street fight? And the reason I bring that up is because, you don't get time to prepare for an opponent when you're on site and you're going toe to toe, right? And it certainly looked like that because you guys were trading leather early on, man. It was a really good fight.
Yeah, that it was very much like a street fight. I was saying that and I've always been that way, man. I'm not gonna lie. That's my background. Street fights and I used to get in a lot of trouble when I was younger, and I used to go juvenile hall and LA County jail when I was a lot younger, before I started doing MMA and all this stuff. And really that's where I get a lot of the experience that I have. I've only been training since I was 25, but yeah, that was everything like a street fight. You gotta shit, I don't know this guy, he don't know me, but at the end of the day, we're both trained athletes, we're both in the UFC, we're both in the same weight class, so hey, why not, we're gonna end up fighting each other anyway, somehow, some way, anyway, so really, it's just let's do this shit,
Absolutely. And it was just such a great fight, like a back and forth fight. How hurt were you when he tagged you? Because there was a point where I think the referee might have been able to stop in, but then obviously you persevered, came back and got the win. But were you in a lot of trouble? Was that going through your head? They might stop this.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna lie, the punch was like a stunner. He caught me coming in, running in, and he took out my lead leg right away. Never happened to me. That's never happened to me, bro. It's the first time I've ever been dropped, honestly, in all my street fights and even in training, from a punch. I've been hit with liver shots and stuff, but that happened first time. Was definitely an experience. I didn't feel like I was rocked. I felt like I just got dropped. It happens, especially at this level. But I was able to recover quickly and able to block, for the most part, block all those shots. I look back at it, I was like, man, I was blocking everything. I was trying to get back up, but really he had a great control on my hip, and it didn't allow me to really get back up because I didn't have my back to the cage yet. And also I was blocking, I had one hand, and he was just wailing on me. So it was hard for me to get composure, and then the ref telling me fight back. And I couldn't grab a hold of his arm because he just kept he was just hammering on me. I wasn't able to grab an arm or really get the position to base and put both my arms on the canvas and try to work my way back up. But yeah, just the plan was I didn't have no plan, dude. I did not plan that, so I just wanted to stay, moving and evading and blocking punches and yeah, I got a little worried when the ref was telling me to fight back and show him something because I've heard that before, and I've heard it, but on the other end, and I understand how Dwight Grant was just trying to take me out because when he was hearing that or to see me fucking hit the canvas, I'd be doing the same thing. So, I was able to get back up and land a short hook, I kind of like, um, who is this? Yeah, I kind of, when I got back up, I got back up mad, like, oh, hell no. Oh, nah, dude, do that shit to me. So, so yeah, dude, it was just amazing experience.
What's the feedback been like from this one? You've had some finishes before in the UFC, but to get this one where, it's just this crazy fight, there's this back and forth and the circumstances like we talked about where to switch up an opponent. Have you seen that on, I don't imagine you're a big social media guy, but you must have felt that, even from the UFC being like, man, that was a great fight.
Yeah, dude. Even watching it, even like, as a fight fan, I'm a true fight fan. That's entertainment right there, Um, I've always loved the comeback story, the Frankie Edgar versus Gray Maynard. Like, dude, that's what fighting's all about, really, to be honest with you. And the feedback that I've been getting, like, wow, that's a comeback. That was amazing, and I haven't really had time to, all the feedback I've been getting is obviously on social media. I haven't really had time to like leave the house. I just wanted to spend time with my family and my kids and stuff. I haven't really like went to gyms yet, and got the feedback from my closest people, and got feedback from my closest people. But yeah, I like it, man. It's great feedback. Gained a lot of fans. Definitely a huge following after this in social media like Instagram, Facebook, and stuff, and just it's great, man. It's what people like to see, and I feel like I've since my first fight in the UFC, I've showed some good stuff. Like in my 3 fights. First fight, I fought Tim Means. I was able to take out a veteran. Second fight, I was able to go the distance and show like, yo, this guy has some serious striking. In the third fight, I showed like I could take, I could weather a storm. I could come back from pretty much almost getting taken out. So I feel like I am continuing to show like some cool things, man. It's really cool. It gives me motivation, like feedback from this fight and the last fight and first fight. It just keeps me going, man. I love it.
The plan this week, obviously, to take some time with the family, like you mentioned, take it easy. But have you thought about when you'd like to have your next fight, just with this momentum you've built? Because you've already got 3 wins, 3-0 this year. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. You're like your buddy Cowboy Cerrone. You're on his schedule, it seems.
Speaking of Cowboy, dude, as soon as my toe heals, I injured my toe. Actually, I got an appointment later to go check out, see a doctor. As soon as I'm able to get back in action, or at least run, or at least ride a bike. So now I'm gonna go hop on the bike. I did, I kind of mapped out like how am I gonna stay in shape. I need to stay in shape. I'm right here thinking about how am I gonna stay in shape. So I'm like, damn, my toes messed up. I can't do too much. I could ride a bike. I could lift weights. I could, So I'm figuring out things I'm gonna do in the meantime till my toe heals up and I'm able to head back to the ranch and join Cowboy in camp for his September 20th fight versus Niko Price. So yeah, man, I feed off. I've always been that way, and I think that's why me and Cowboy get along so well, man. Because I'm like, anytime, anywhere, who wants it? I know a guy.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So yeah, obviously help Cowboy get ready for his fight and then figure out what's next for you sort of in between there. But first, get the toe checked out. That's kind of the timeline, right? Awesome. That sounds good. Any opponents you're looking at, or you just like whatever? Because you'll fight anyone, but you're at the point now. You got 3 wins. You got a bit of leverage here in terms of who you want to fight next.
Yeah, I mean anyone higher in the rankings. I continue to rise in the rankings. I don't care if it's a ranked opponent. I don't care if it's a top 30, top 20. Top 15, whatever. I don't care, dude. I just feel like I'll be ready for anyone. As soon as I feel like I'm ready, like obviously I just had a fight. Didn't take too much damage other than my toe, but my toe is like kind of a major um, thing when it comes to like my training and the way I train, like as far as wrestling and striking, like boxing and throwing kicks and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of, I usually take about a week or so off, sometimes two. But I think that a week or two I'll be back to it.
D-Rod, always great catching up with you, man. Congratulations on the victory. We're looking forward to what's next, and I'll be keeping tabs on how the camp's going with Cowboy Cerrone too. That's going to be a banger, him and Niko Price. But in the meantime, man, if you got anyone you want to thank, any social media you want to plug, the floor is yours.
Oh yeah, man. Check me out on Instagram at D-Rod UFC. Facebook. I need. There's too many Danny Rodriguez. I need to add something special for that. And yeah, man. Pretty much that's it. Love talking to you. Sharing. Little info I got. And man, I can't wait to get back up in there and entertain. Keep on entertaining and keep on winning, man. And keep showing this heart. And continuous skill and just rising in the ranks, man.
Awesome. But before I forget, actually, I forgot to mention this. Those T-shirts you made, the Michael Jordan themed ones, you still selling those? Those are awesome.
Yeah, link in my bio.
On Instagram, yeah.
Instagram. The website is drodofficial.com. Yeah, check them out, man. High quality T-shirts too. You're gonna like the fit. It's good.